So, why should you give a shit about your chakras? Before we begin the discussion, a disclaimer. Everything I'm about to say is my own opinion based on the literature that I have read. So when I first started yoga teacher trainings, I've done a couple, when I was introduced to the chakra system, I was like, ugh, this is such bullshit. Show me the proof and I'll believe you guys. I had a really hard time internalizing the idea that there was these like spinning energetic wheels in my body. But as I've studied more yoga and as my mind has opened more, I've come to reconcile how the chakra system comes into play in my own life, how I feel about the chakra system as an energetic way of looking at our lives, and how the chakras play into the yoga practice. I believe that the chakras came about as a way of explaining ailments of the body before we had modern medicine. The science of yoga is thousands of years old, and before we were able to use x-rays or CAT scans or MRIs, there was really no way of knowing what was going on internally inside the body. And the chakra system was a really beautiful way of getting to understand how we tick, what happens, and when we have malaise in the body and in the mind, how that might relate to our physical, energetic sense. I believe that the chakra system does make sense in a practical or kind of a street smart way. For example, if you feel like you're not being heard in your life, or you lie a lot, or if you don't feel like you're being truthful enough, or you don't feel like you can speak your honest truth, sometimes we might get ailments in the throat chakra. Maybe you'll have strep throat often, or even throat cancer in the extreme, or maybe you'll just feel like your voice is really quiet. These things make sense to me. Further, I believe that you should give a shit about the chakras because it's just another way of observing yourself and looking at the body. Jason Grandel said that yoga is a great opportunity to get to know who we really are, and the chakras are just yet another way that we can perform self-inquiry and learn a little bit more about what makes us tick or why we might behave, make choices, or react in the ways that we do. I also think that learning about the chakras is just really nice because if you're interested in yoga, you want to be able to talk yoga jargon, and chakras are part of that jargon. So it's a great way to expand your ability to be conversational within the atmosphere of yoga by knowing about your chakras. And lastly, why not? Why not educate yourself more? Why not learn as much as possible? The chakra system is really interesting. It's colorful. I honestly don't know who made up the chakra symbols. I don't know where the colors came from, but they're beautiful, they're cool, and maybe these colors resonate with you. Maybe you do chakra meditations, and when you're turning all your energy to your heart, you really do see a lot of green, or maybe not. But in any case, it's just nice to expand the mind and open up and learn as much as possible. So this is why I think you should give a shit about your chakras.